Hello and welcome to ADHD TV with me, Jo Richards. And today I wanted to do a video about ADHD and relationships and the fact that I am not my mistakes. And so this is something that Ned Halliwell talks about in his wonderful book, ADHD Explained. And if you haven't listened to it or bought it and read a copy, highly recommend it. And basically I can apply it to some real life conversations that I've had over the last few years. And it's been really funny because actually mainly conversations led by young chaps that don't realise that their partners or have ADHD. And there's been a couple of great conversations. It was a carpenter that I spoke to, and he said that him and his wife, before he set up the business that he had, they used to work together in an office, and it got to the point where he was thinking about ending the relationship because every morning they would have to get in the car and drive into the centre of Bristol. She would always be 15 minutes late. Now, he was an overcompensator and was always 15 minutes early. Now you've got a half an hour window, and it used to drive him completely bonkers that she could never find her phone, never find her keys. She was running around the house. She hadn't done a packed lunch. Like, she was so disorganized in that transitional period. And he got really, really stressed, understandably, because he didn't know what he was dealing with. He didn't know she had ADHD. And so really resourcefully, he decided, because he didn't want to end the relationship, but he decided that instead of living with this stress, what he would do is remove himself. And so what he did was he got ready and got himself into the car 15 minutes early. She then did her 15-minute ADHD flap trying to find everything, which actually genius, because if she can do it by herself, there's less shame because he's already out in the car. She used to always get into the car actually on time, but she thought because he'd been sat in the car for 15 minutes that she was 15 minutes late. So still a little bit of shame, but actually they would then leave on time and get to work on time every day. And it was just such a wonderful story. They've gone on to get married. He understands that she has ADHD. We've had some conversations around time blindness. And he, even before he knew, he was kind of supporting, as in not being the additional stress and kind of not berating, that's a bit strong, but kind of saying to her, come on, we're going to be late, adding to the fight or flight cortisol chaos of the morning, and just simply removed himself and put himself in the car. And then he'd scroll on the phone, which is something he loved doing and could do it guilt-free, while she did her getting herself sorted for the 15 minutes. But it's a really good example of, once we know we've got ADHD, once we know what our challenges are, we can put labels on those challenges. We can put really strong support systems in place because we know. So I echoed on it before, my keys always go in the key place. There's only one place to put the keys. That's where they always go without fail. My purse is always in my handbag, and my handbag's always in that cupboard. Just trying to, because I still will, with time blindness, even knowing I've got time blindness, there's still the element of needing that dopamine hit and that last minute, oh gosh, time blindness. I didn't realise I'd got lost in doing that extra email that I shouldn't have done. I'm not perfect, even though I know, but my days and my stress levels are a lot better now than they've ever been, because I know, because generally the support structures are in place. Now I have the narrative, instead of, I'll just squeeze in that extra email. Jo, you're going to be late if you do that. And so I've reversed it. And quite often I'm now 5 minutes early to places, and I'm fine with that. Whereas before, it used to make me feel really uncomfortable because I'd think, well, I've got a million things to do because I'm always behind. I need that 5 minutes. Now I just enjoy the fact that I get there without stress, and I've got 5 minutes to breathe. And maybe I can do that email from the car, maybe not. Maybe just go in and understand that, if we think it's going to take 5 minutes, guaranteed it's going to take 20. So understanding that about ourselves is just gold. So I hope you find these videos on an awareness useful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.